And another game, another you, another me. We're going to be seeing the best god in the game. The 100% S tier god. No one can convince me otherwise, except for those that can potentially convince me otherwise, which is quite a few people apparently. In the right-hand corner of the map, in the blue color, playing as a runner. It's going to be showing us how it's done. His name is Soup, and he's going to be playing some Uranus. In the red color, playing as Tor. Easiest best god number 69593. His name is Nulra, and yes, he is the red colored player in this game. Two of the best players currently playing Age of Mythology here to put on a show for us on this auspicious of occasions. Relics on the map, just in case anything comes through. Got that Hermes Wing Sandals, always very, very nice, boosting Hursa's speed up. We got Shenong's Okre Whip, going to be boosting up that farm income by 5%, always nice there. We got that Jade Hair, making those myth units 5% faster. This relic is actually kind of a big deal for maybe not for this specific matchup, but for gods like Zeus, for gods like Poseidon, for gods like Ra, Set, Isis. You know, this god, there's so many you can probably go into, but anything which boosts speed is good. Just keep that in mind. Speed go up, that's good. Over on this next position here, we've got ourselves Tale of the Fate. This relic is not allowed. This is okay. If I need to redo my relic tier list, because this is literally in a tier of its own. This relic is that good right now. It was not. Someone's correcting my pronunciation. It's Okre. Okre. It's not Occur. Is this Occur? Okay, I don't care. It's fine. Okay, so this relic here is in a tier of its own. This is literally the best relic in the game, bar none. And yes, so enjoy that one, Mr. Soup, if he spots it or not. We'll see. Over on this side, we do have Scarab, the Scarab Pendant, going to be making those crush damage going up. On the bottom side here, we've got Demeter's Throne. A little bit of help over on that one. As Nulra just going to be doing what looks to be stock standard advance here. He did not get himself any favor from killing off these deers. I think this is actually a pretty big mistake. You want to actually take the time to shoot these down in the early game with your dwarves, not with your town center, because now you have this 10 favor to get this upgrade in. You're not going to be able to afford it off of 7 chickens. You need to get the 3 favor from these deer as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe there's like 7, 8. I believe there's 8 deers you can get. And if you shoot them all down, you're going to be able to easily clear 3 favor and get that technology in really, really quickly. Yeah, town centers, towers, hill forts, buildings do not generate favor. They have no favor. Gods do not care for buildings fighting. They want everything but that. Okay? Units only. I think myth units might even give favor as well. I'm not exactly sure. All right, over here we've got the counter barracks. Double counter barracks actually coming through here for Soup. This was something that was kind of theory crafted a long time ago, when probably back in Voobly days, which was if the cheiroballista got to a point where it was strong enough to like really function as a really good counter-infantry unit, all of a sudden, Norse has got a unit composition that they just can't deal with. And we're going to be seeing that here from Soup. So the question really is the cheiroballista going to be strong enough here or not? Because how do you kill it? How do you kill the cheiroballista? You need raiding cavalry. But if there's catapultis there, huge counter damage unit, catapultis, sit that on top of the cheiroballista, life gets very, very difficult for a Thor player. As he's going to be poking his head forward, we've got the Longhouse #1 coming up. The stock standard gameplay for the Thor players against... Oh, he does also have the Fey Beast as well. And this is going to be a little bit more difficulties. He can damage on literally everything over here as the Deuterino does come through here, trying to get in front. It did get heavily nerfed. Don't get me wrong. This unit did get heavily nerfed, but still really good. Going to turn around and actually snipe that one. Nice decision there before pulling back. Going to take a little bit of damage, pull back into his main base. But to finish the thought, Thor players have said, all I got to do is build Berserks. That's all I got to do. But with cheiroballista coming in, especially hero cheiroballista coming in, might not be enough. Especially because you need to get that Hall of Thanes tech in, and you need to get on top of the cheiroballista and kill them. And especially when you've got this technology here in the early game, you can't really fight against this. As the Berserk's going to come through. I'm pretty sure they don't win this fight with any sort of micro here as well. Oh, he's going to keep it alive as he's chasing in. That's going to get valid up in a second as well. Huge value here for Soup. He's a second away. He doesn't get it off. One cheiroballista down. The trade of what? 1, 2, 3, 4 Berserks. As, oh, good dodge there from the cheiroballista of Soup. He's got to be kicking himself for heroizing a citizen or an oracle or whatever he heroized, but he will be picking up those relics and all the other good stuff, as we do have a cheeky little healing spring to come through here. One house down. But I think that that was value for, or advantage for Soup there, right? I think he won that trade. I'm not exactly sure. What is this, 215 versus 80, and there was 4 kills? Yes. Very much advantage for Soup on that. And he was so close to getting that Valor off as well. Literally a second in between the whole thing. Now, what Soup can do here if he wants, does he know about this gold mine? He does. He can sit in on this position. There's no tower in range. He's going to be able to shoot down those dudes with the cheiroballista. More units to move across. He's got another one, a couple of Prometheans to join in on this fight as well. This is another thing going to make life very, very tricky here for Null-Ra in this game, is dealing with Promethean, cheiroballista, Catapulti. How do you kill this off? You need Hersa. You need Hersa to deal with the Prometheans. As the Berserk's coming back in, getting huge damage done. You need Hersa to deal with the Prometheans. You need Raiding Cavalry to deal with the Ballista. And you need Thrown Axemen to deal with the Catapultis. All of which is countered by these cheiroballista. And the Catapultis kill off the Raiding Cavalry as well. We aren't seeing any Raiding Cavalry. Now we've seen one to come through, but I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to get out enough to deal with this. We'll have to wait and see. There's more myth units to come through. Soup does have 6 oracles out here. You really only need 6 as Oranos. Spread out nicely, get up a second temple, and you can spam those Prometheans out to no end. As the cheiroballista are getting some good damage done onto the villagers, but they finish up on that gold, and now I'm pretty sure he's going to need to drop Dwarven Mine. He's going to look for this gold mine, but the Oracle is already over here. So we'll see if Soup is going to be able to move down to that bottom and deny this quick enough. A couple of Raiding Cavalry to push across the map, looking to snipe potentially some straggler. He's got 6. Okay, you got, just get a second temple. Come on, just get a second temple. Stop beating around the bush. We know you want all those out. The units running straight into each other. Soup not paying attention. He might have to drop that Valor on this side. Attack move is so important here from Soup. He does manage to click that one nicely, but the Berserks coming through onto this spot here. It's kind of looking like Soup has been caught out, but can he manage to break through this position or not? Another cheiroballista to come in onto the back. The cheiroballista here not getting taken out. Going to be getting all of that damage done on the back side there, as it's looking like the Prometheans are going to be more than enough here as well. But all the cheiroballista, well, one still alive, almost all the cheiroballista down here, meaning that this army of Null-Ra might be able to break through here. As another cheiroballista come through, he could heroize this one, going to opt into not doing so, as it looks like the army and the pressure of Soup has not been enough. There was Shockwave. Shockwave not used on that fight. Probably the difference maker there for Soup. It's the front line here, getting that damage done. We got those units to come through here. Still no significant micro from Soup. He does manage to utilize that Valor God Power to keep the cheiroballista alive for just a little bit longer. But it's not really enough there, as it looks like Null-Ra will have to retreat back. So far, so good for Null-Ra surviving this early pressure. Only hero citizens getting converted, though. Wait, does he have... He does have the upgrade. He's about to get a huge income boost here, but you got to be so careful with these attacks now. He just spent so many resources on Deuterinos. So many resources on Deuterinos. Also a couple of sneaky dwarves up at the top. And there's now going to be a bunch of those trolls to start coming in. Bit of miss micro here from Soup as he's now going to have to retreat back. He's now starting to get that damage done. The trolls to come through. Getting some damage done. We see the hero cheiroballista to get converted there. It's a little bit of damage to finish off one troll. Going to be able to pick off a second troll over here as Null-Ra is now the one yet again back under pressure. So those cheiroballista still doing a great amount of damage here. The hero cheiroballista to clean up another troll. Throw an axe in with the help of the cheiroballista who managed to deal with that one. Still Shockwave available here, but still refusing to use it for the time being. Taking these fights here is probably pretty good for the Uranos 9 times out of 10. And you also have to remember, behind this, all of those hero citizens that were converted, they're working overtime at the moment. The Fey Beast is back in to get little bits of damage done. This is going to have to retreat back onto this side. A little bit of an attack move to come through. The damage is pretty severe from these cheiroballista. There's still no real attempt at getting out any significant amounts of raiding cavalry, as the villagers are now going to start coming through here to snipe down those cheiroballista. They are siege units. You do need to pull away from these. He's going to get that damage in with a little bit of micro. That goes a long way to sniping all these bad boys down, as all the gatherers ending up getting sniped there. Great play thus far from Soup, as Null-Ra is now hard stuck inside his base. As now Soup going after a little bit more pressure onto this gold mine. There is still Dwarven Mine remaining, so he can just drop that in his main base and continue along here for just a little bit longer. You've got to think that maybe the best option... More hero citizens for Soup. Wait, does he have the upgrade as well? No, he doesn't. Okay. More hero citizens for Soup. I'm quietly loving this, but also I know that it's a little bit memey, it's a little bit troll, but this is a big amount of economic boost. Look at this, 2.14 versus 1.65. That is a big income boost, but it does take around about 2 to 3 minutes, I can't remember off the top of my head, to pay that off. As Soup right now knows, if he can keep the 4-player in the classical age, this is advantage for him in a really big way. Putting the pressure on. There's not that many military units here. Only 56 military units somewhere, as the army just decides, I don't care about your town center at this point. I don't care about your towers. I am going for the jugular. Charging in here on top of the healing spring. He sees not that many units. We've got the villagers to pop through. You've got to be so careful with putting cheiroballista on top of a town center. This could be the mistake here that Null-Ra has been waiting for, as the dwarves pop out of here. Now getting that shank in, as he does have to retreat back. The front line is now down. The cheiroballista are going to be making that retreat away. That's one Valor to get clicked onto there. Big mistake from Soup. Good capitalization from Null-Ra. Null-Ra still alive in this game. He can potentially turn around and actually continue to fight here, but he's still got to micro those cheiroballista back ever so slightly, as the dwarves, they're pushing. They don't care. They're just like, I'm going to be in the fight. Let me go. Meanwhile, Soup here, he's got to keep pumping it. He's got 8 Murmillo queued up at the moment. And now the question of don't chase the Singed is now in as the Fey Beast is getting that big poison coming through. Lots of damage to actually come in onto those units. As Soup is on 2 town centers. He's pumping cheiroballista out. There's no real way to push past these now. He's got the defense. He's got the advantage. But it's still a game that can go either way. The cave troll doesn't end up getting sniped down there. Is Soup going to continue to take these fights? Like I said, the idea here for the Aranos is to just keep getting damage done. He still hasn't used his first shockwave in this game. He could have used that potentially on the retreat beforehand to keep those cheiroballista alive, but opted against that one. He does have himself the Valor at the moment. It's the boulder to come through. Good juke there. You got to be pretty careful against those trolls. Just whenever they throw the boulder, be paying attention, pull back. That's the secret to beating the troll. I say it's a secret. It's not really a secret. It's just difficult. And now we see Heart of the Tides. I like this technology. I think this technology is super underrated. Does take 40 seconds to come through. That is time you're not building myth units in. But I think it's super underrated because it allows you to heroize units so quickly. The income here for Soup is going to be shooting into the stratosphere. As Soup retreats back. Snipes down one berserk. There's that shockwave waiting for so long to come in here. Snipes one bad boy over here, going for another one. Heart of the Titans is now finished. If he wants to convert those cheiroballista, he can go for that. She doesn't have the resources for it just yet as the units do decide to turn around. Huge damage onto the front line there, though, as some raiding cavalry will start to come through. Soup overextending into those raiding cavalry, and now things are going to be a little bit different as now the catapultis need to get created to deal with this. Those cheiroballista here dying on that retreat in a really big way as the army coming through now for Soup. He's not quite got those Terma around on this side to micro. The trolls are going to be a very tough unit to kill. However, Stymphalian birds might be the answer here to deal with all of these. He's got himself 47 favor in the bank. The hero catapultis here could be the hero that he needs as well, but it does end up getting sniped down there. Good control from Nullra as Soup pulling back ever so slightly. A couple of those heroes or villagers on this side, a little bit dangerously placed as we do have ourselves now the Hesperid's tree to come through. Thank you for the prime there. Einkaufs Führer. Is that how I say that? I think I might be right. Not exactly sure. Anyways. Ready to start pushing against Soup's got to be careful. He's got such an economic advantage. The patience at this point is so important. Just get yourself up to full population and live the dream. Not building any Stymphalian birds, I think, might be the slightest of the mistakes here from Soup. I'm not sure it's going to matter. He can just heroize everything with the 40 favor. We do have at the bottom here another town center to come in. Not exactly sure what was going on over there. Maybe picking off a oracle or something. Sniping another troll there with those cheiroballista as the raiding cavalry raids will start coming through. One thing that Soup hasn't used at all in this game yet is sky passages. Maybe now is time to start setting them up. He's got the favor in the bank. He's got the villages set up all across the map. Get those sky passages up to prevent any sort of raids and defending the raids as well. There's Poseidon's Secret, heavy cavalry also to come through. Over on this side, we've got the hippopotamus getting snapped up over there. There's those Mamillos getting some good damage done on this side. On the bottom, we do have a cheeky little oracle going down as the Stymphalian bird, however, coming over here. And he's also going to pick off the villager to keep that oracle alive here. If the Stymphalian bird can actually see straight, that is. As, the dodge! Nah, never mind, it's dead. Meanwhile, raiding cavalry do find some villagers over here. And Soup can put down a fort, a palace on the front or something like that, and then start looking to build some destroyers. He's going into Contarius here as well. Contarius heroes make a lot of sense to come and surround and pick off those trolls on the back. As the citizens over here almost getting spotted, but They're all good for the time being. Meanwhile, we've got Bragi to come through at the moment here as well. Oh. As the Soup Citizen going to be coming in onto this side. As he sneaks the gold mine. Meanwhile, over here, Soup to come through. Huge amounts of damage to come in onto those Dryads for the time being, as they do tank up quite a bit, but this army here completely counters the remnants of what Null Ra has here. Onto this side, not really enough heroes though, unfortunately, it looks like for Soup at the moment, which will mean those trolls are going to get a huge amount of value, but there's just too many units here for Null Ra. Null Ra's got 90 population remaining. As there's that damage that we were looking for from the trolls. Huge amount of units falling. But I don't think it's going to be enough. More units to come through now for Soup. As Null Ra taps out. And Soup shows the way. With Uranos showing this god has got some detail in it. Catapulti, cheiroballista, Promethean is back on the menu. That was nice. Look, this game wasn't even... This game has got such a long, long list of, like, craziness that you can go into. This game is so deep. Going infantry against cheiroballista may just not be a possibility anymore. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.